And on that note, on to day 2 of investigation of Trial 2, or Case 2, Episode 2. Let's go! Let's start at the office, as usual. October 25th. Right, anything agency? Sorry, boss. I couldn't do it. You know, that little bit of advice you gave me? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles? I don't know exactly what you meant, but there was no way I could force a smile in that courtroom today. I'm just glad you remembered that. But now, how about relaxing a little? Relax? Not gonna happen. Junie, she asked me to defend her because she believes in me. But I felt completely helpless. If it weren't for their confessions, I'd...
But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain?
Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? No, I can't lose it all. Not now.
You okay, Athena? You're turning kind of pale.
I can't just stand around here. I'm going to finish the investigation. Can't it wait? I just took a batch of freshly baked cookies out of my magic panties. Oh my god. Can you stop with putting things in your panties, you weirdo? Thanks, but I'd better be going. Save me one for when I get back. Panty cookies sound awesome. Apollo, you wait here. I need to see Junie at the detention center first, right away.
No, wait. I'm going with you. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'd better go too.
No problem. You two be careful. Alright. Well, I guess we're going to start by chatting with Junie. Sounds good to me. October 25th, detention center. Visitor's room. There's so much I need to ask Junie. What happened in court today? Where do we go from here? Oh, God, what are you doing here?
Blah, blah, what's with you here?
Oh, Professor Means, what brings you here? I asked him to come. He arrived just a little before you. I wanted to ask him something, but first, Athena, I want to apologize for my sudden confession after you worked so hard to defend me. She was calling me Athena till just now. No, I should be the one apologizing. The whole thing spiraled out of my control. Athena, Don't worry. I'll really bring it tomorrow. I'll find something to prove your innocence. About that, Athena, I've been thinking of asking Professor Means to defend me. Huh?
I myself only just heard this a moment ago.
Oh, so she thinks Professor Means would be... No, I can't let this happen. Not with the way he wants to do things. Junie. I know, Athena, but will you please hear me out? I mean, I guess. Why change lawyers? Athena, do you actually think Hugh or Robin could have committed this crime? The body was moved right before the mock trial. Besides Junie, they're the only ones who could have moved freely around the campus at the time. I'm sorry, Junie, but at this point, I can't rule them out. I was afraid you'd say that.
Juniper is seeking a lawyer who could clear all three of their names. Only I am capable of such a feat.
But how can you possibly prove that all three of them are innocent?
I am a result-oriented person. Come tomorrow, I won't fail to have the perfect piece of evidence ready. I'll fabricate the shit out of it. For the real end really does justify the means, especially for me, Professor Aristotle Means.
I really don't like the sound of that. I'm sorry, but just as you believe I'm innocent, I believe that my friends are innocent too.
Alright, if that's how you really feel, we'll respect your decision.
Apollo?
But we want to continue our investigation. Could we ask you some more questions?
Sure, I don't mind. Professor Means, would you like to stay and join our conversation?
Yes, of course. I am your lawyer, after all.
There's that smile again. Why does it always creep me out? Because he's a fucking liar. And a douche. And a creepy fuck. Alright, why'd you confess? That's a better question. About your confession, Junie, it's not true, is it? You just said that what you did because Robin had confessed on the stand, didn't you? Yes, I wasn't thinking straight. All I knew was I had to help my friend.
You mean because of that school rule? The one that says you can't graduate if you are convicted of a crime?
No, I didn't do it because of some rule. I did it because she's my friend. Why is there discord in her voice again? Could it really be that the friendship between the three of them is on the rocks? It doesn't seem like it. There's more here than meets the eye. Friendship. Friendship is rare. If you know what I'm saying, do your friendship is rare. My derriere, till you find out much later that you don't really care. It's rare to me. Can't you see? Sorry, I couldn't help sing some Tenacious D. Don't mind me. Anyway, when did the three of you first become friends? Well, even though we were in different courses, we really bonded from the first day at school. We vowed to work together to bring an end to the dark age of the law. That was when our proof of friendship came about. There's that proof of friendship thing again. I just wish this were as simple as that. Huh. We even have proof of our friendship. Yeah! As long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around! Oh. Oh, yeah. Newman did say that. We'll bet we'll be carrying them around. What is them? But the situation kind of changed recently. When the school's policy shifted to training legal professionals who produce results.
Allow me to explain. In the lawyer course, I teach producing results means winning trials. Professor Court, on the other hand, taught that finding the truth was the only valid result. Unfortunately, that clash of ideas created a rift among our students.
At some point, we stopped talking about it. While that meant fewer arguments, it also meant we could be as frank and open with each other as we used to be. I think I understand now. By putting their friendship on a pedestal, they actually did more harm than good. It seems the relationship between the three of them isn't as simple as I thought. Juniper, thank you for talking to us about this difficult subject. Yeah, thanks, Junie. Now, if you could tell us about the day of the murder. Yeah. Keep going. Junie, you told us yesterday that you went home a little after 6 p.m. Was that a lie? I'm sorry. I didn't tell you this before, but what actually happened was I left the art room a little after 6 p.m. and headed over to my dressing room where I worked on my stage costume until 7. That's it? You didn't go anywhere else? No, nowhere else. If that really were it, then there would be no reason to lie in the first place. She's got to be hiding something else. Junie, do you remember this picture? Yes, but something's wrong here. Wrong? What's wrong? I took this picture around 6 o'clock, which was before I left the art room. Huh. Maybe the clock stopped working at some point, like the day before? But the clock here says it's just after 7. By 7, I'd already been working in my dressing room for some time. So there's definitely something wrong with the time in this picture. I guess we better go check the art room. Finally. Okay. Oh, okay. Just one last question about the day of the murder. You just noticed that the drawing on the left was her outfit from the drawing from her outfit on the left was from the first trial of the game? Interesting. I didn't notice that, but interesting. Encountering O'Connor. On the evening before the mock trial, the evening of the murder, you ran into Hugh. This is Athena talking, sorry. Yes, I did. At around 7:15, I went into the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say as much as we passed each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? She suddenly went silent. She's always terrible at hiding things. Was she trying to keep their meeting a secret by lying about going home at 6 o'clock? Alright, I won't press the matter any further. Is there anything else you noticed on the night of the murder? Well, I don't know if this will help, but That evening, I went back to my dressing room to get something I'd forgotten there. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30? Around 8:30, huh? That's over an hour after when the crime was supposedly took place. That's when I noticed that both stage statues were finished. They were quite large and they were each other covered with a white sheet, but I could tell. It made me happy to think that after all that hard work, they were finally finished. Oh, right, the statues that Robin made, so they were covered in white sheets. Junie, are you okay? Sorry, I'm a little tired, that's all.
Athena, I think this meeting is over. Professor Means? I will use any means possible to get the result I want in Juniper's case. But it will require considerable preparation, so I must be off.
I think you mean fabrication. Junie and Professor Means, I have a proposal. A proposal? Wait, this isn't another one of your crazy... By sundown today! Yes? I, Athena Sykes, along with Apollo Justice... Wait a second, don't drag my name into... We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery. What? And we're going to bring you solid evidence showing just what the truth is.
I see. So, it has come to this, has it?
If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you'll accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear. Then, you shouldn't need anyone else to defend you except me. You got a deal? I trust it's okay with you too, Professor Means?
I have no objections as long as Juniper is satisfied with this arrangement.
Okay, but only if it's the real truth. I'm sorry to put you through this, Athena, but thank you. I've been thinking only of myself this whole time. Junie, it's way too early to thank me, but you can thank me all you want once I get to the bottom of this.
Very well. I will see you back here at sundown.
Sorry for all the trouble, Professor. It's just she's new to the agency, so...
Don't be silly. I find it all rather thrilling. Now, let us meet here again later.
If you'll excuse me, I better go. Okay, see you later. Interesting. Okay. Okay.
But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain?
This is no time to be thinking about that. I've got to investigate. I got an investigation to do. I will find the truth by sundown, no matter what. Okay, so that's going to be interesting because I feel like now she declared that we're actually gonna solve this case during the day, but then we're gonna have to prove it in court tomorrow. So we might actually be on to. I'm guessing we're gonna find out that it was probably the professor by the end of this day. That's what I'm expecting anyway. But let's see. Oh, let's just talk to Apollo. What am I doing? Any ideas?
Only the 3 mock trial participants could have moved the body before it started. That's why the killer must be Robin, Hugh, or Juniper.
Right, and that means at least one of them is lying.
To make matters worse, I have a feeling each of them is hiding some sort of secret.
We'll have to bring it all to light. I'm not looking forward to it, but it has to be done. About the murder.
Today's trial focused on the day of the crime and the actions of those involved.
Yeah, like when the voice was recorded and who went into the art room and when. If we analyze the info we have, we should be able to ID the killer. There's no lead in these, no lead in these legs. I've been training for a day like this. Okay, on my mark, ready, set.
No running for me. I'm done trying to keep up with you.
I'll just, you know, I'll be behind. Anyway, yo, check out my badge.
Oh, nice, your attorney's badge. That's the first thing you want to present when you meet someone new. I heard that's what all lawyers do.
You heard that? From whom?
Who else? Mr. Wright. Just remember your badge comes first. See, Athena? Check it out. This is my attorney's badge.
Oh, it's so intense. I want to present mine like that, too. I feel like I already had that conversation with him before, but I just feel like I'd do that again for funsies. Alright, so I guess we're going to just go back to school and start looking for people to talk to. So here we go! Okay, apparently nobody here. Moving on to the next one. Into the lecture hall. Anybody here? Nobody here. Okay. We need to go to the art room. That's the biggest one. But let's go to every single spot. The stage? Okay, maybe somebody here. October 25th. Themis. Legal Academy. Outdoor. Stage. Oh, shit. Box Girl's here. I just saw her. It took me a second. I was busy reading. Is it my imagination or did something just move? Oh, shit. Clavier's here too? Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Afternoon, you two. Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? Yeah, that fucking music had to kick in, y'all. Don't you think sneaking onto campus like this is just slightly suspicious? I have you know, I'm continuing my investigation in the strictest of confidence. In the strictest... And I don't want to be caught napping again at tomorrow's... Oh, shit. This is not him talking. I don't want to be caught napping again at tomorrow's trial. And that means a thorough investigation today. Think you could lend us a hand? I'm not the one to review the damsel's distress. But you needn't have asked, Fräulein. I intended to help from the start. You're the best, Prosecutor Gavin. Okay, time for a thorough investigation. I bet we missed lots of stuff yesterday. Wow, we're gonna investigate with him, are we? Alright, well, let's have a chat, my friend. Let's... Actually, you know what? Before we even do that, I got something I need to show you, sir. I don't think I got a chance to do this before. May I ask why you people present your attorney's badge like that? It seems like Forehead and Mr. Wright always want to show off theirs too. Well, let me ask you, Prosecutor Gavin, why do you play air guitar? Ah! It would seem the answer we seek can be found much in the same place. I never gave it that much thought, actually. I always just whip it out. I always just whip it out. I bet you do, Apollo. I bet you do. Alright, let's get on with it. The stage. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? Is that right? But I hadn't seen the stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and the big crescent moon isn't half bad. We also had some tricks up our sleeve to make the concert really rock. Pyrotechnics, a fog machine, big banners, things like that. It would have looked like this. Oh, the plans from yesterday. What's that design on the banner there in the back? Yeah, that's a good question. I know the scales are the school emblem, but what's with the number 6? It looks like it's in serious pain or something. Athena, Ixnay on the Ixay? That's the governor's logo, Fräulein. Oh, and nice big Latin air forehead. Really smooth. Oh, I meant it looks like the number 6 rocking seriously hard. 9, Fräulein. Is a G for Gavinaires. Not 6. But whatever floats your pretty boat.
So where is the banner? I don't see it anywhere on stage.
It was an important part of the show. But the school managed to misplace it somehow. Is this a pity? We had specifically made from heavyweight to high-grade cloth. A missing banner and on 2 broken statues. There are mysteries aplenty to be solved, yeah? Come to think of it, one of the broken statues was of Prosecutor Gavin. That's true. That's true. Anyway, the statues. As you can see here in the stage plans. Right here, we have the statue of me. And right here, a right statue. But little does that matter now, as we both lie in pieces, thanks to you. Yeah, forehead.
What did I ever do to you?
Actually, this statue broke into rather large pieces. Why don't we try to put it back together? Maybe we'll learn something new. Picking up the pieces of the shattered rock star. Achtung! That is uber cool idea. There might even be a song in there somewhere. Yay, let's do it, Schnell! Schnell!
Is this an investigation or am I interrupting a German language club and social event?
That was totally awesome! Alright, I guess we can investigate the area, so let's do that. I'm just going to click on anything that's got a circle. It doesn't matter what it is. Start with that, whatever that is. There's even a prosecutor's bench here on stage. Ah, the memories, Fräulein. As a former rock star and prosecutor. The prosecutor's bench has taught me much about humans' emotions, passion, and fight. I can picture it now, you with your silvery singing voice and Apollo sweating bullets. Hey, how about picturing me winning once in a while? Picture me winning. I don't know. This is fine for a rock concert, but the nighttime sky is a backdrop for a courtroom? Personally, I think it's breathtaking. I mean, speaking the truth under a starry sky, don't you think it's romantic, Fräulein? And the waning crescent moon represents the maximum 3-day trial. 3-day trials outdoors? No thanks. If it starts raining, my hair will be ruined. Okay, worried about her hair. That's important, right? Anyway, examine everything. Wow, they built a witness stand too, even though it's just a temporary stage? Ah, but I think they're still working on it. Let's see what this notice says. Caution, pedestal features a high-speed rotation mode. Activate with care. You mean this thing spins? It's kind of fun. It's a bit too far away to get a good look. Maybe we should try a different angle. That's fine. We can do that. The winner of the mock trial was to take the training seminar right here. You mean Hugh or Robin? Yeah, but besides Junie, they're the only ones who can move freely around the campus. Before the mock trial, that means one of them must be the killer. But that's not really enough to go on, is it? We need to talk with Juniper one more time and persuade her to give us a name. Right, and that means we have to find irrefutable evidence before the day ends. There's no time to lose, but we can't rush it either. Efficiency is the key. Okay. Are we going to interact with the box and talk to dumbass in the box? She's a dumb in a box. Ooh, she's a dumb in a box, baby. 67th? Wow, this school festival goes way back. Oh, look! The text on the sign isn't written. It's embroidered. And there's a warning in even smaller embroidery. Embroidered sign lovingly crafted by the Handicrafts Club. Keep dry. But the sign is outside. What happens if it rains? It won't be dry anymore. That's what'll happen. Tell you what. Alright, the only thing left to interact with, I guess, is the box. Or spin the perspective. But let's interact with the box first. Wait, you don't think this weird box here is...
Hands off!
I knew it. I know that voice anywhere.
Let's just ignore it. I mean, it's made its wishes loud and clear.
So this is the future cardboard box technology has afforded us, huh? Yeah. Hiding in it. Listening in. Eavesdropping. You know. Alright. We can interact with the statue, the body. Anything else I can interact with besides those two things that are new? I guess this. Oh. Wait, what? The fuck? Oh. Okay. Found one! A piece of the prosecutor Gavin's shattered pride. Are you saying my pride is as fragile as plaster of Paris?
It looks like there are other large pieces scattered about.
Okay, let's find what we can.
Purple fragment of Radisson.
Okay. Found all alone in the strangest of places. It is weird that it's over here on top of the judge's thing, huh? That is weird. I will agree with that. Ooh, I like the view. The judge can look down on everything from up here.
Yeah, not bad for a temporary stage.
Is that so, Mr. Justice?
Your judge act from the mock trial?
I don't know why, but it kind of creeps me out. Wrong answer again, Mr. Justice. A penalty for our mock lawyer. Ah! That is not funny. It was a little bit funny. It's a little bit funny. Found another piece of the statue.
But there should still be some more. Let's leave no stone unturned. A large white fragment added to the court record.
It has a distinct shape that could be described as angular. Okay. So we're up here looking for pieces of the statue, which I didn't realize. Uh-huh. Alright, well. I can interact with the speakers? Sure. Look! There's your rival over there, Apollo.
Who? Prosecutor Gavin? We've battled it out a few times before, but I wouldn't call him...
No, not him. I meant that speaker over there. It can output massive blasts of sound that rival your cords of steel.
I have better things to do than compete with a speaker, so just forget it.
Okay, fine. Don't even try. Be a little baby back bitch.
Alright, nothing else is interactable, it looks like. So, back out of that. Let's look at the body drawing, I guess. The body outline. The chalk outline, if you can call that chalk.
The body's gone. All that's left is a white outline. I never knew Professor Court personally, but seeing her reduced to a white outline leaves me cold inside.
But in a way, she still lives on in the messages she left behind. Like the strange way her body was posed and the signs of her wrists being bound.
You're right. Let's use her final messages to catch their killer.
I agree.
It all seems pretty sus to me, bro. Pretty sus to me.
I guess I'll go over here next. Piece of the statue.
Found another piece of the statue.
But there should still be some more. Let's leave no stone unturned. White fragments. Updated in the court record. Okay. What about all these little pieces? Do we care about these?
Oh no, Prosecutor Gavin! You're a complete wreck, literally! Why in the world would someone do something like this?
I don't know, but whoever did it must have felt an amazing sense of release.
Can I take that as a confession, there, forehead?
What? No! I feel bad for Robin. She worked so hard on these. Let's pick up the pieces for her.
You got it. Let's check every corner of this stage then, ja? Ja? Ja.
There's a piece over here.
Found another piece of the statue.
But there should still be some more. Let's leave no stone unturned. Purple fragments. Updated in the court record. Okay. Sounds good. What about the bust itself? I guess we're waiting. Anything else I can do here?
It's a copy of the school paper with that story about the alleged love triangle. I wonder if people really waste their time reading this stuff. It's more popular than you think.
What was that? I thought I heard something just now.
You're just hearing things. It was nothing more than your ears playing tricks on you. Totally wasn't that cardboard box over there talking. Nope. No siree.
Alright, anything else looks like I can interact with? No. So, back out. I haven't seen this angle yet. This will be new. Alright. Oh, there's a piece right here. Hello. This looks like another piece of the statue.
Thanks, Apollo. This makes 5 pieces in all.
I think we have all we're going to find.
Okay, let's get back to where Prosecutor Gavin was shattered.
I think you might want to reword that. What? Where Prosecutor Gavin was shattered? You were shattered, though, bro.
Well, I don't see any other big pieces lying around.
Yeah, let's see if we can put this statue back together.
Alright, Apollo. You come over here and Prosecutor Gavin, if you could hold up this and, I
guess it's not going to be a mini game to put it back together. Wow.
We did it! Not bad if I say so myself.
Yeah, but don't you think it's strange? We put the statue back together, but look. What's with all these leftover pieces?
These look like they go together. And this one, too.
Athena, what do you think you're doing?
Don't stop me now. The artist inside me wants to get out and have a good time.
Oh my god, don't stop me now. The artist inside of me wants to get out and have a good time. Don't stop me now. I'm having a ball. Oh? Oh? The fuck is that doing here? You know what? That's part of the statue that I saw in that photo earlier, right? It's not the exact same statue. There were some differences in that statue, but this looks like part of that statue. Looks like half of that statue. Anyway, so, what is it? Ah, is the goddess of law holding a pair of scales in one hand and a sword in the other. That's quite the feat you pulled off there, Frole.
Whew, I love that feeling you get after you work really hard on something.
No, I know who it was. I meant to ask, what is it doing here?
Not sure. There's no statue like this in the plans. Still, I could swear I've seen this statue somewhere before. It's because you have. It's literally in that picture right next to... Yeah, I'm going to look at that in a second. I'm going to take a look at it real quick. The more we learn, the deeper the rabbit hole goes. At least we're moving in the right direction. Let's keep searching the stage for clues. I've been wondering about something like this the whole time. You know that pole at the edge of the stage? That pole. You mean this? It has a wire that goes off and connects to something somewhere. Something somewhere? Oh? You don't say. Very sus. An impressive building fit for an impressive school. Yeah, and these beautiful walls are like a big blank canvas. See? My shoe prints leave really distinct marks. Hey, cut that out before you get us in trouble. I'm assuming we're supposed to be pointing at the window or this thing. This wire is for hanging banners over the stage. One of the policemen who was here earlier was checking how it worked. Oh, so that's why the banner looks like it's out of place. Uh-huh. The banners are hung and removed from the art room over there. That's the art room over there? As in the scene of the crime? Oh, shit. If that's the art room... They strung this lady up on this fucking pulley system and put her over the fucking stage that way? That's fucked up. But I believe it. Anyway, as in the scene of the crime? Bingo, Fraulein. You're still crawling with the cops, though. Hey, anyone in the art room? Oh my god. Hey guys, what's up? Oh, it's you people. Ha ha ha. In justice we trust. Ah, it's Detective Fulbright. In justice we trust. I love that he just pops out the window like, what's up, guys? What's going? What's cracking? Is that some kind of greeting between you two? Detective Fulbright, can you lower that banner from there?
Of course. Just leave it to me.
Wow, he's just going to do it? All right. He's not part of the true team. Not yet, anyway. Not until he gives up on the other prosecutor. Or, yeah, on the prosecutor dude.
How's that? Whew.
Thanks, Detective. In justice we trust.
Ha ha ha. Always glad to help. In justice we trust.
This fucking guy, I swear to God.
So, is that some kind of greeting between you two or not?
Don't worry about it. Huh.
Well, it looks like the banner's down now. Let's go take a look.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Before you do that, though, I want to look over here real quick. Can I look at anything over here that I haven't looked at yet? Hold up. The other statue Robin made, it's been smashed to bits. If there were some larger pieces, we might be able to put this one back together, too.
Yeah, but all I see are itty-bitty ones.
I wonder what Mr. Wright would think. If he knew we put Prosecutor Gavin's statue back together, but we left his like this.
We could always come back to it after the case is solved. I'll help you fix it.
Wow. So just to be like, nah, we can't do that. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, is that all that it was? I guess so. In that case, let's look at this banner. It's a little hard to see from this angle. Let's look at it head on. Oh, that's fine. I didn't know you were going to be that much of a stickler for it. My bad.
Look at this banner. I don't think it would flap very well in the wind.
An unflappable banner? Hey, I like that. It goes perfect with unflappable lawyers and unflappable rockers. It's like it was made for this very stage.
Look at this. The bottom part is all knotted up. Let me try and unravel it.
There's some blood on that bitch. Jeez, did you really have to? You don't come across as an unflappable banner every day.
Athena, there are some things that have to yield to forces beyond themselves.
What a cruel world we live in.
Hey, a scrap of paper was caught up inside. It's blowing away.
Wow. It says October Hue 120. Got it. I got it. Yes. Great catch, huh? Looks like some kind of note. What does it say?
October Hue 120. What's that supposed to mean?
A test score, maybe? Pretty impressive when you consider that 100 is a perfect score.
I don't see how even Hugh can go beyond perfect.
Fraulein, shall we inspect the banner again, now that it has been unraveled?
Indeed we shall. I see some shit going on there. But we got this scrap. The Hugh scrap, as it's called. Huh. Let's take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. This is the emblem that's on the Junie school uniform.
Hey, you're right. Wait a sec. It's hard to see against the red material, but look. There's a dark red stain here, just under the emblem.
This banner was on a wire connected to the art room.
Right, and the art room is where the murder occurred. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
This stain might be from the victim's blood. Absolutely. Hell yeah, buddy. Trace amount of blood found on that bitch. School banner to the court record. Alright, anything else we can look at around here? Let's see. Oh, you can still do that now, I guess. Hey, look what I made. Not bad, huh?
You're like a recording artist who samples other people's work and calls it their own.
Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. In any case, we have a statue smasher in addition to a killer to catch now.
9. I suspect they might be one and the same.
You might be right. What about this statue?
This statue doesn't look anything like you or Mr. Wright.
The goddess bearing scales and a sword. She's a symbol of fairness and strength.
But she and her symbols were shattered along with the statues of you and Mr. Wright. This is a direct challenge to the rule of law. Well, if they want to fight, they got one.
Whoa, take it down a notch, Tiger. Let's save the fighting for when we find our culprit.
Alright, I think we've literally investigated everything. Whew, that was a whole lot of poking around in such a short time.
Does that mean you're satisfied?
Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to check out. What that? See that metal fence back there? There's just that one segment, so it seems out of place.
It looks like they were in the process of removing them after the stage was set up. But they were never able to finish on account of the murder.
We should take a look to if you think it could be important.
Oh, maybe. This track looks man-made.
Hey, you're right, and it looks like it starts from behind the backdrop.
Maybe a big muddy pro wrestler was hiding back there? A big muddy pro wrestler. Come on, man.
Well, that was totally random, but we'll never know until we take a look.
Huh. Looks like something was being dragged through here, and this is where it started.
Yeah, but whatever it was, it's long gone.
Must have been pretty heavy. Perhaps it was used in setting up this school festival.
Ah, then I guess it wasn't a pro wrestler. Still, this could be something important. Maybe.
Well, that's about it for the stage.
Right. I think we'd better search the art room next.
I think I'll hang around here for a while, but make sure to tell me once you find it, yeah?
Find what?
What else? The governor's banner that disappeared from the stage. You never know. It just might be connected to the case at hand.
Really? Or does he just want his banner back?
Don't tell me. So in short, that's...
Hey. Are we going to have to talk to her now? Of course we are.
That box! It just took off running.
I have a pretty good idea who that is, as I suspect you do too. Come on, we can't afford to have any weird articles written about us.
The maintenance area is over in that direction, after that box.
Alright, I guess we're chasing her down first. There's a cat up on the thing up there. Was that cat there in the last scene? I don't remember that cat being there. That's adorable. October 25th, Themis Legal Academy, maintenance area. It was there? Okay, I didn't give this view much thought last time. Miriam, you're liable to get tossed in the garbage truck if you hang around here.
I'm just an empty box, and that's what you do with them. You throw them away.
Hey, did you change boxes? I like the new look. Yeah, it's definitely a different box. Wipe the past clean with crime cleaner. Get sparkling clean with brute force.
Danger. Toxic. Different box. Hilarious.
What does it matter anymore? I was a complete failure in court today. My work, my pride, my dreams, everything I've worked so hard for, gone.
Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you have a scoop to really make you failure as a reporter?
A failure as a reporter.
We saw her face for a moment. Come to think of it, calling her a failure as a reporter might have been a bit extreme.
Scold me, despise me, pack me away where I'll never see the light of day. I've been cast aside to waste away into a big pile of mushy paper mache.
I kind of feel responsible for this, but now's our chance to prod her for information while she's vulnerable. I bet she's what you were just thinking. I bet that's what you were just thinking, sorry. What kind of person do you think I am? You read me like a book. Damn right. Press this bitch for info! Scuttling the scuttlebutt. That was you on the stage earlier, wasn't it? Why'd you run off like that?
Take a look at this.
Why are you showing me a burnt up old rag? Oh shit, it's his banner. His banner got destroyed. Or torn up, or burned? Can't really tell what exactly. It got torn somehow. Wait, it's really hard to see, but I think that's the Gaviner's logo there. So, is this the banner that disappeared? It's all burned up.
Don't look at me, I just happened to find it in the incinerator.
Incinerator? Did Blackwell actually make good on his threat to burn her box? We should probably try to find out whether someone tried to destroy this on purpose. Yeah, this banner is sounding less and less unrelated to our case, Apollo.
Burnt fragments added to the report record.
Burnt remnants of the Gaviner's banner that was tossed in the incinerator and later found by Miriam. Okay. Well, let's keep talking. Depths of despair. Miriam, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have said you were a failure as a reporter.
Too late. I already decided journalism isn't for me. The last step is to erase all the photos on my PC. I'm really going to do it. Here goes. 5%. 10%. 4 years of my life down the drain.
Shouldn't we stop her, Athena? Miriam, you should keep publishing your paper. I didn't mean what I said, okay?
You didn't mean it. Oh no, my photo stopped! Cancel, abort!
Did you stop it in time?
Deletion progress, 99% complete. There are only 2 pictures left.
What are you going to do now, Athena? You owe it to her to make this right. I know. Well, tell me your photo technique, apparently. Don't worry, Miriam. Your photos may be gone, but the memory of your photographic genius will live on forever in all of our hearts. Wow. Oh, Athena. That was cringeworthy. Hey, Miriam, check this out. You took some amazing photos of the 3 of them, and I'm sure they really appreciated it.
Obviously, I'm the ace member of the newspaper club, the only member, in fact. I know
this won't make up for the photos you lost, but here are your newspapers back.
Themis Herald and Themis Herald Extra. Return to Miriam.
There's no rest for the wicked. I plan on pursuing those 3 for as long as I live.
Miriam, why are you so obsessed with Juniper, Hugh, and Robin?
Obsessed? I'm not obsessed with them. It's just they were so close ever since their freshman year. So, well...
Athena, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, I think that's the only explanation.
Wait a second, you're not thinking what I think you're thinking.
Fucking shut up. That's exactly what he's thinking, Miriam. You went in on their little trio.
How could you possibly know that? Oh.
Oops. She jelly. Jelly a fuck, boy. That's one abused laptop.
Cut. My laptop won't turn on. Never thought my life would end so soon. A mere 17 years.
Now I really feel bad. Oh, I know. Miriam, we have a laptop at the office. We'd be happy to lend it to you.
Huh? You have a laptop I could use?
Sure, but on one condition. I want you to ask Junie, Hugh, and Robin if you could hang out with them.
What? Like I could ever do that?
Sorry, but that's the deal if you want to borrow our laptop. You scare me sometimes, Athena. You're like a good cop, bad cop, all rolled into one.
Fine. I'll do it. If that's all you want.
Yay! I'll be by later to bring you the laptop.
Wait. It's not like I owe you anything, but here.
What does she give us now? Oh, the last 2 photos from her laptop. Bet. Thanks. Oh, it's a set of pictures. Looks like they're setting up the stage. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I took them when they were putting the stage's backdrop into place.
Wow, you sure have an eye for photography, from what I can make out anyway.
These are the last 2 photos that didn't get deleted. They're all yours.
Stage setup photos added to the court record.
Well, see you around, scary lawyer lady.
Good. I'm kind of sick of doing that voice with my mouth covered. I keep having to put my mouth and my hand up, and I'm like, ugh, getting tired of doing it. Yeah. It's hard to go back and forth with all these voices, man. It's kind of exhausting. But it has to be done. That was really impressive, Athena. What's next? Well, I'd like to talk to Hugh or Robin if possible. Okay, let's walk around and see if we can find them. So we still can't go into the damn art room? Okay, I can. I'm going to do that, actually. Let's just do that now. To the art room. October 25th. Themis Legal Academy. 3rd floor art room. There's blood all over those things on the left. There's a bunch of pots and plates and stuff that has blood on it, right? That looks like blood everywhere. Just looking at the other stuff. Guilty! Anyway. Well, here it is. The art room where the grisly crime occurred. Let's start looking. Stop right there! This is an active crime scene. No unauthorized personnel allowed. What? Can't you make an exception? You won't even notice we're... Freeze! I don't think so. No exceptions. Now move along. Nothing to see here. He doesn't seem very accommodating this time. Let's try again later. Okay, so I'll have to come back later. But okay. See her outfit from case 1's knocked over? You mean the painting? You mean the painting on the ground? It was her outfit from case 1? I gotcha. There's also a script on the ground, it looks like. There's an envelope that has the U's on the left over there. We're going to have to explore this later, unfortunately. We'll be back. For now, we got to look for some other kids. Alright, let's go ahead and start with the lecture hall, I guess. No? Okay. Let's go to the hallway, maybe? October 25th. Themis Legal Academy. 1st floor hallway. Hey, that's you over there. There we go. Found one. Hugh, we wanted a word with you if you don't mind. If it was Mr. Wright, then sure, but you two? Meh. I knew it. There's a hint of discord in Hugh's voice. You're not getting off that easy, bitch. After all, you're a possible suspect. Plus, you actually confessed in court. Whatever. So what do you want from me? But make it brief. I don't have a lot of time, and I assume you don't either. Alright, let's chat, homie. Why'd you confess? About your confession today, you weren't serious about that, were you? Let's just say I had no choice thanks to a certain lawyer who failed to get the job done. So you're really prepared to take the blame for this? Not gonna happen. The voice on the tape is female, so that rules me out. Let's put it this way. You don't actually believe that ridiculous play on words, do you? Well, my confession is just like that. A means to an end. Or, as we say around here, the end justify the means. but I actually do believe the voice shouting Hugh O'Connor. Juniper's confession was quite advantageous for the real killer. But if Robin or I were actually the killer, we wouldn't have confessed. It's that simple. Even you should be capable of such reasoning, or have I overestimated you? You'll make a great lawyer someday. I mean, you seem to enjoy getting under people's skin.
Could Hugh and Robin's confessions really prove their innocence instead of their guilt? This is going to take some serious thinking on my part.
Anyway, what's up with the Blackwell situation, homie?
It sure looked like Prosecutor Blackwell was twisting your arm to testify earlier today. Is there some sort of secret he's using against you?
There is. He said he had one. I've no intention of saying anything more. Now, if you'll excuse me... Hold, I'm not through with you yet. It seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and we might just discuss you-know-what. No, wait.
One little statement and Mr. Cool loses it? What's that all about?
I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. You really are a rank amateur. Even if that were true, you'd think I'd open up to you.
So he's not denying it. That secret might be causing the discord in his voice. Then again, we have the same problem with Junie and Robin.
You're just wasting your time and mine. Next question.
Okay, what's up with the court planner situation, sir? About that meeting with Professor Court on the 23rd. Why does she want to see you?
I've no intention of telling you. You'll have to force it out of me any way you can.
Ugh. Professor Mean strikes again. Then again, Hugh is in the lawyer course. But didn't Professor Court used to say that the only good result is the truth? So why don't you drop this whole charade and just tell me the truth?
The truth? How can you be so sure it will help you solve this case? The truth isn't necessarily your friend, nor Juniper's for that matter.
No, you're wrong. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to defend Junie the right way, using the truth. That's the only way to honor Junie's wishes and Professor Court's memory.
I see. Very well, Miss Sykes. I'll testify tomorrow about the truth, that truth you're so interested in.
Hugh.
But... Don't look to me if something happens to Juniper because of it. Understand?
What's that supposed to mean?
What a terrible thing to say. I thought you guys were friends. Yes, we were, until just recently, actually.
Were?
I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore.
What? Why?
Just as I have my secrets, she has a side you've never seen. Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is.
What are you saying?
This conversation is over. I said I don't have a lot of time, and I meant it.
Huh.
Hugh, wait! He's gone.
He doesn't care about her anymore? Why would he say that?
That didn't go so well. I guess we'll just have to pin our hopes on his testimony tomorrow. Athena, what do you say we head over to the art room? Might be a nice change of pace. Hopefully the police have completed their investigation.
Alright, we don't really have much time left anyway.
Alright, to the art room, I guess. Here we go. October 25th, Themis Legal Academy. 3rd floor art room. Ha ha ha! Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends again!
Thanks again for lowering that school banner for us earlier.
Don't mention it! Helping those in need is what my brand of justice is all about. Right. So this art room was where the murder actually occurred. That's right! You can't see it with the naked eye, but there's blood on the floor! That area roped off in the middle of the room marks the spot. The police investigation is done, so if you want to look around, knock yourselves out.
Oh, okay, cool. We're finally at that point. Cool. Let's talk to him about it first. Find anything new, Detective Fulbright?
Ha ha ha! Good question. Unfortunately, the answer is nothing much yet.
He sure is confident for having found nothing.
But if we're talking about outside the art room, there has been a major breakthrough.
Oh dear, unless I find out what that is, I don't know what I shall do.
No need for the theatrics. I was told I could fill you in on this one.
Wow, you saw right through me, Detective. I'm impressed.
Looking to get arrested for murder via unwarranted flattery, are we? Tell me the breakthrough, big homie. So, what's the major breakthrough you mentioned? You want to know? You really want to know? You really... Come on, just tell us already. Aw, you're no fun. Anywho, we got the results of the voice print analysis back.
Voice print? You mean for this tape recorder?
Exactly. The voice belongs to the suspect, Ms. Woods, beyond a shadow of a doubt. See right here? They analyzed the voice on the tape inside and out.
So it is Juniper on the tape. Confirmed. Okay. Well, that's good to know, actually.
And you thought the voice on the tape was saying Hugh O'Connor. Ha 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 ha! Thanks for the good laugh, Ms. Sykes.
He's the last person I want laughing at me.
So now there's evidence of Juniper shouting, "You're a goner," from the time around the time of death. If we were to take this as truth, how are we supposed to make sense of it?
I don't know. I can't think of any reason why Junie would shout that in the first place. Yeah, I'm a little fuzzy on why that would even be a thing either. So I guess we'll just look around for now. I'm gonna start with this winch over here. Some wire and a winch. So this is how they reeled the banners in and out. There's a nice view of the stage from here.
Prosecutor Gavin is still standing in front of that broken statue.
So it really wasn't you, Apollo. Don't worry, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone.
I'll never clear my name unless we catch the real culprit.
Wow. I can see the other half of the building over there, and the quad and the stage down below.
Yeah, this must be the window Detective Fulbright stuck his head out of earlier.
Oh yeah, thanks for your help, Detective.
A true champion of justice always comes running to those in need.
Great, then how about telling us Prosecutor Blackwell's strategy for tomorrow?
All right, let me think.
Well?
Oh, hey, I'm not falling for that.
So close I could almost taste it. Damn. Alright, what's with this weird stain on the table? Hey, it's gone. Oh, yeah, that statue. Yeah. Oh, you know what? It is the same statue. Just somebody put it together all weird, and then Athena put it back together the proper way. That's funny, actually. That's totally what happened. Okay. Now that I'm looking at the statue, it is the same statue. She just put it together properly. Remember that strange statue in the school camera photo? You're right. Wonder where it is. Robin's a member of the Fine Arts Club. Maybe she should shed some light on this. Yeah, I guess we'll have to find Robin before we're done here. What's up with this thing? Hey, look! That's you on this mobile, Apollo. A red demon.
A red demon? Looks more like a snake curled around a brush to me. No. See the antennae and the yellow spots on its back? Anyone can see it's a ladybug.
Are you fucking serious?
I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. Fine, we can investigate this further at a later date. Agreed?
Okay, let's do that. You okay with that, Athena? I really regret bringing this up. No, I don't agree to that, actually. The clock! That's important, actually. This is the clock that created that major problem for Junie. Let's take a closer look.
Don't waste your time. I've checked it, and it's 100% accurate.
You sure? How'd you check it?
Of course I'm sure. I compared it to my own watch, see?
Detective Fulbright, didn't you notice that your watch had stopped?
It has? This is unacceptable.
We obviously can't rely on him. Let's take a look for ourselves. Let's see. Wait a second. It's ahead by 1 whole hour. Well, Detective? Oh, it's off by an hour. Now it matters. Does that mean they took the photo at 6:05, not 7:05? But, anyway. I was going to say, the clock... I can't tell if the clock's at the same time as it did before, but I do know that it's definitely... If it's an hour off, then yeah, that's fucked up. Also, what's up, B. Jonas? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Single voice actor full playthrough. These are hard. Oh, yeah. But this is what I do, man. I've been doing it for years. Here we go.
But...
This clock must have also been an hour ahead when this photo was taken. If so, that would fit perfectly with Junie's testimony.
Prosecutor Blackwell won't like this. I almost feel sorry for the detective. Almost. You can at least pretend to feel sorry by wiping that big grin off your face. Wait just 1 minute. The clock is an hour ahead right now, sure. But what proof do you have that it was running ahead on the day of the crime?
That's a good question. Wait, I think I just might have something. Detective Fulbright, you would agree that there is a moon outside this window, right?
Sure, a nice crescent one, like something out of a picture book.
But if you look at that window in the back with the winch attached to it, you'll see that the only view to be had is the opposite side of the school building.
Then what's this moon doing here?
It's not nighttime. It's the backdrop for the thing. Hey, what's up, Berserker? Joining in from your lunch break? Welcome in. Welcome back to the investigation. The trial is over for now until the next day, but we're back to investigating for our second round. But yeah, okay. So it's not nighttime there. That's the backdrop. Called it. Anyway. I wonder. Yup, there it is. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? That's right. I already read all this sometime yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and big crescent moon isn't half bad. There it is. There it is. Isn't this the same as the one painted on the stage backdrop? The proof's right here, Detective. This shows it was 6 p.m. when the photo was taken. Okay, where's the photo? We got a picture of the backdrop here? Do we have that as a picture? I don't know if we have a picture of that. Oh, yeah, we do. It's right. Oh. There you go. The backdrop's in the window right there. At 6:01 p.m. I didn't actually look at these pictures yet in detail, so don't worry. But yeah, 6:03 p.m. Dude's right here. And then 6:01 p.m. Yeah, okay. So, okay. Got it. Point is, got it. It's this one, for sure. Because the photo is hanging in the window. I know that what this moon really is. And if you look at this photo, you'll know it too. This shows where the moon in the photo came from and the truth of Junie's testimony.
What? Where? Where does it show that?
If you look right here, it'll all become crystal clear. It's this fucking thing right here, boy. Up here. Present. This thing, up here. They were still prepping the stage, so its backdrop wasn't in place yet. This photo shows them in the process of moving the backdrop into position. I can see that. That's the big board hanging there. Here. The size matches too.
But there's no picture. That's a crucial detail.
It is, but I believe what we're seeing in this photo is the back of the board.
The back of the...
That's right. And at around 6 p.m., when this was taken, a photo of that same board was being taken from the front.
What do you mean, the front? The front is against the wall.
That's where you're wrong. What about the window? Remember how we said the moon shouldn't even exist in this photo? Take a good look.
Are you suggesting the moon is the one on the backdrop?
Exactly. In short, this photo was taken while the backdrop was being moved. And as you can see here, it was around 6 o'clock when the backdrop was being set into place. There you go. Also, if it hasn't been pointed out yet, there's a phony Fanty hanging in the art room. I mean, it hasn't been pointed out yet, but I also haven't finished looking around in here yet, Berserker. I've been distracted by the clock right now. I'm only about halfway across, sweeping across this room. But anyway. So the art room clock was running fast at least as far back as the day of the murder.
How can I ever face Prosecutor Blackwell now?
Yes, I just blew a hole in a piece of prosecution's evidence, bitch. Hell yeah. Alright, so you said there was a phony Fanty? Phony Fanty? Phony Fanty. Phony Fanty. Phony Fanty? I don't see... Unless this is supposed to be Phony Fanty right here. Is this supposed to be Phony Fanty? The fucking... The mobile hanging there? I guess so. Anyway, let's keep looking at stuff. Yeah, I did already look at it. They didn't say anything about it being phony Fanty. They just said it looked like a couple different things, which none of them were accurate. Anyway, a picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. R. Newman. Wow, Robin must have painted this.
Is this Juniper? The clothes are different, but...
Oh, look, there's a piece of paper stuck to the back. Let's see what it says. Completely lacks Professor Court's artistry. Must keep practicing, Robin. Huh. I think this is plenty good I think this is plenty good myself.
I wonder what it would have looked like if Professor Court had painted Juniper. I bet it would have been really artistic looking instead of realistic looking. Anyway, let's just keep looking at everything. Isn't that a mock trial script? Actually, there's a whole bunch of them here.
Let's see. Looks like everyone from the judge course submitted one.
The victim Constance Court was the Fine Arts Club advisor, so she probably spent a lot of time up here in addition to her other duties. This isn't where I'd keep a bunch of scripts, but I'd wager that's how they wound up here.
Poor, stressed out, overworked Professor Court. I know exactly how that feels.
You must, because your desk always looks like a tornado hit it.
Shh, you're one to talk, Apollo.
Me? What about Mr. Wright?
Maybe we should rename the firm Wright Stuff All Over the Place Agency.
I was trying to look at this bust on the ground, and we apparently looked at the books on the shelf. That's fine. What's up with these statues? These busts. These 3 busts.
3 busts sitting on a shelf. A judge, a defendant, and either a lawyer or prosecutor. The bearded one must be the judge, and the bummed out looking one the defendant?
Look, there's another one that has fallen onto the floor.
I wonder which one fell, the lawyer or the prosecutor. Think, Apollo, think. This could tell us how tomorrow's trial will go.
I'll just wait for tomorrow's horoscopes, thanks. Alright, what's up with this weird-ass photo?
A picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. C. Court. Wow, Professor Court must have painted this.
Wow. So the comparison was photorealistic versus abstract as fuck. And at least 2 of those busts can bust people. Got them. Got them. So this is what they consider art. I really don't get it.
I swear I've seen this girl before. There's an air of fragility about her, and those pity-inducing eyes. Who is this again? Her name's on the tip of my tongue.
Are you serious? You can't tell it's Juniper? Come on now.
There's a paint palette here. No surprise there, considering this is the art room.
Looks like someone mixed yellow, red, and to make orange.
I prefer yellow. You, on the other hand, are way too red.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think this is saying that the 2 of us have to work together to solve this case.
Oh, what if this is Professor Court sending us a message from beyond the grave? Sorry, this is Athena talking. What about the blob right next to it, the one with red and green?
Maybe she's implying that you need more delicious greens in your diet.
Are you saying Professor Court is watching over our dietary habits from the pearly gates? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Check out the blood spot. This is where the blood was supposed to be.
Hey, this area with the rope around it.
That's where we detected a large bloodstain. In short, the victim was stabbed here or somewhere close by.
The fact that there's no visible blood means it was wiped up with something, right?
Right, but we were able to detect trace amounts of blood. Merely wiping it up does not remove all evidence of wrongdoing, and that,
in a nutshell, is justice, right?
I'd appreciate it if you'd let me have the cool lines.
Anyway, where's my luminol spray? We don't have that in this game, but, you know, in previous games we did. At least we don't have it yet. I wonder if that'll make a return. We'll see. Let's check out the bloody shit all over the fucking vases and stuff. There's blood everywhere, man.
Look, a piece of pottery. Looks like it's already been fired. I bet Robin made it.
And I bet it won't last long. Not with the way she deals with her own work, anyway.
Yeah, it seems like such a waste. I mean, this one already has some cool color on, or has some color on it. It looks just like bloodstains the way the glaze was dribbled on it.
Oh yeah, does it? Just like bloodstains? In justice we trust. That does look like bloodstains. We'd better examine it. Are you fucking serious? Come on. I get it. The victim was stabbed in the middle of the room where the big bloodstain is. And then brought over here, at which point some of the blood dripped onto these pieces. That means the body very well could have been dropped from this window.
In another mock trial script, the body was dropped onto a mat. Then a ball cart was used to move it over to the stage.
The maintenance area is below this room, and the storehouse there has a mat and a ball cart.
So, even the moving of the body was carried out just like in the script? The killer sure had a thing for Junie's script.
Well, what do you expect? That's why we suspected the defendant in the first place.
Well, you're wrong, and I'm going to prove it in court. Bitch. Alright, anyway, let's keep looking at stuff. A mock trial script on the floor, and nearby an envelope marked Use.
I wonder if Miriam's script was ever really inside that envelope.
Let's see here. By Miriam Scuttlebutt. And the title is Rouge et Noir, Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment.
I wouldn't take part in that mock trial if she begged me.
It says there are special rules allowing the payment of bribes while court is adjourned. Oh, and you can bring up to $3 worth of fabricated evidence, it also says. Bring in up to $3. Welcome to the darkest mock trial ever, where the end justifies the means.
The prosecution claims this is the script that was supposed to have been used.
But the scripts were selected by Professor Court, considering how much she valued the truth. I seriously doubt she'd pick a script entitled Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment.
Wow, you have that title memorized already? Apparently. Well, I think we've examined pretty much everything we can. By the way, did Prosecutor Blackwell happen to tell you anything about tomorrow's trial? In justice we trust. It's no use trying to pry more information out of me. Having just learned that the clock had been 1 hour fast, means we're back to square one concerning the suspect's actions that day.
Huh. I wonder what that main argument will be about now.
How about the body was moved would be my guess, but Prosecutor Blackwell's got his own plans.
Oh, does he now? Professor Detective Fulbright?
Try as you might, I won't say another word about the investigation.
No, I wasn't going to ask about that. I was just wondering if you'd seen Robin.
Oh, you mean Ms. Robin Newman? She was just here a moment ago. And she mumbled something about watching videos in the lecture hall.
Video? What video?
Thanks, Detective. Athena, I think we should stop by the lecture hall.
Right, let's go.
Well, I guess that's what we're going to do.
I know, right? The detective is so good at investigating. What? There's blood over there? You mean these red drip drops all over everything on this table? That's blood? That's crazy.
It's like the best detective I've ever seen, bro. I think Gumshoe would have done better, and that's saying a lot. Anyway, to the lecture hall. I'm kind of hoping this is the last person we need to have a chat with before the end of this investigation. Well, maybe. It depends what kind of evidence we find. Anyway, October 25th, Themis Legal Academy, 3rd floor lecture hall.
There she is. Robin. Hey, Robin. Oh, Athena. Apollo.
What are you doing? Or what are you watching there? What are you doing?
Oh, it just so happens to be a video of the mock trial. I had to use a bit of coercion to get it, but the end justifies the means, right? There it is again. Professor Means sure has a lot of influence around here. Care to look into the true connection between the murder and the mock trial with me? Sounds great, but do you mind if we ask you some questions first? Sure. I'll tell you anything you want.
Sure. Tell me about why you confessed, huh? Start with that.
About your confession today. Why'd you do it? Because Juniper hasn't done anything wrong. I had to stop the trial by any means possible. Right. The end justifies the means.
So you're a follower of Professor Means too?
Professor Means a wonderful teacher, as was Professor Court. I like them both.
She brushed that one off like a pro. Alright. But with that style of justice, you run the risk of breaking the law.
Well, I'm prepared to quit school because of this case.
What? Why?
I want to be an artist. That's what I really want, man.
Having missed the trial, I would be very confused right now if I hadn't already played this. I bet you would, Berserker. I bet you would. You'd be like, what the fuck's going on? Especially if you didn't see the reveal of her, right? Like, wasn't this a dude before? But no! My parents forced me to study to become a prosecutor!
But if the trial went south, you'd have to drop out and give up being a prosecutor. That's what you're really after, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Talk about someone who literally changes at the bat of an eyelash.
I guess she's been dealing with her own problems, too. That totally makes sense.
Yeah, I suppose so. But that doesn't make what she did right.
Fair enough. The day of the crime. Here we go. Could you tell us about what you were doing on the night of the murder?
Finishing a statue. I was on the stage until the last bell. That's right. You made the statues of Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Gavin, didn't you? Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Both of them.
Oh? This is just a formality, but can you prove you were making the statues at that time? Can I prove it? You think I'm the killer now? No, that's not what I meant. Both Hugh and Robin were still at school after 7 p.m. Da fuck's up with that. But neither of them can prove exactly what they were doing. Could one of them really have murdered Professor Court? One of them could have, but one of them did? Doubtful. Anyway, now that the secret's out... Has there been any problems now that everyone here knows you're a girl?
No worries there. I discussed the matter with Professor Court some time ago. I told her I wanted to let everyone know I was really a girl. And just today I found out that she spoke with the school administration on my behalf.
Wow, they must really like you.
I know, right? But now I can finally be myself here at school. I don't have to hide the fact that I love girly clothes. That's why, Athena, I simply must have this, and this by any means possible.
Oh, okay. What? But this evidence we need for the trial. Sorry, no can do.
Don't be a party pooper, Athena. Come on, please. Pretty please.
Take custom-related evidence. Taken to the class justifies the mean style.
Wow.
Darn it. Anyway, thank you again, Athena. Thank you for revealing who I really am. I wanted everyone to know before the snitch found out.
The snitch? Sounds like a new lead. The snitch. Probably the fucking reporter lady.
There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they're watching everything we do. Our activities, our relationships, our interests. And reporting it all to one of the professors.
Oh my god. The bitch in the box is reporting to douchebag professor. There it is, guys. The first sniff, the first piece of information we got that's going to start relating back to who really did this. Finally. I hear if you catch the snitch, you automatically win. Hell yeah, dude. Golden snitches get stitches. And you win. But why would anyone do that?
Officially, I heard it's to seek out misconduct among the student body. But rumor has it grades were being bought and sold through this surveillance work.
That's bribery. The situation at Themis Legal Academy is worse than I thought.
All of this is important stuff. I still want to ask about that thing in the art room. I'll have to present some evidence to show her what I'm talking about, though.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that. We're talking about, this statue. Present it. Wait. Oh, I gotta go to present. Sorry, I was in the wrong menu. I was like, what the fuck? Pretty sure it's this.
Ooh, Lady Justice! That's so cute.
You think this is cute?
Yeah, totally. The bounce of the scales, the keenness of the sword, the cracks running all the way up.
That last one's only because I put it back together.
Ooh, I totally know what you mean. It's that feeling you get when something is so cute, you want to smash it to bits, right? Rah!
Sorry, but that sounds more like a case of the crazy than a fondness for the cute. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we need to present this. The photo. Robin, I just remembered something I wanted to ask you. This photo shows a piece of art on the table. Do you know what this is? What it is?
Whoa! Look at that unique artistic sense. That has to be one of Professor Court's creations, man.
Professor Court's artistic sense? Okay, so the statue we found on the stage in pieces is the statue that apparently the professor took apart and put it together in a weird way. And she threw it on the ground. And put it back together all weird, too. Welcome to the artistic world, biatch. Court's artistic sense. Let's go.
Professor Court's artistic sense? That's a tough one. I'd say it's like avant-garde and very eclectic.
In other words, it's weird and all over the place. Got it. Come to think of it, that strange-looking painting in the art room was one of Professor Court's works, wasn't it? Absolutely. The statue in that photo was originally a statue of Lady Justice. Lady Justice? Professor Court had planned on placing it on the judge's bench in the lecture hall. But the day before the mock trial, it broke while she was polishing it. She said she'd take it back to the art room and try to fix it somehow. So this is the statue in its proper state? You bet. Just look at that wild silhouette. Wow, it's so cute. I don't get it. Do you have to be an artist to appreciate stuff like this? Athena. The Lady Justice that you put back together on that stage. Oh, right. I didn't realize before because it was in pieces, but before it was smashed. Maybe it didn't look like Lady Justice, but more like it does in the photo. But what in the world was it doing on the stage? All the more questionable. I mean, we already kind of figured this out, but now we got it confirmed. Well, I think that about covers it. Okay, then how about watching the mock trial video with me? What do you say? Sure, sounds good to me. So how do you want to watch it? All classroom desks at this school have their own built-in computer, you know. Wow, so this place is definitely a lot cushier than I thought. I know you guys are in a hurry, so I'll just fast forward to the important parts. Let's start with the professor's pre-trial speech. Okay. I'm assuming this is Professor Means.
Good morning. I would like to start by thanking you for coming here today.
Oh, that sounds like Professor Means. There you go.
The mock trial, the crown jewel of event and school festival, will begin shortly.
Is the camera like this the whole time? Yeah, it's in a fixed position in front of the stage.
When I was a student, I too could hardly wait for the stage to come.
How come teachers' speeches always make me so sleepy? Let's just skip to the end of his speech. Okay. Well, there's Juniper right there, right? That's her, is it not? She has the flower on her head.
Now, let the mock trial begin.
Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junie so large in this shot? Looks to me like she cut right in front of the camera. Juniper was also in charge of the audio. Even though she was already playing a part in the mock trial itself? She had to do it to keep the script details secret. She was all over the place that day. When she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music. Oh, so this is what the lecture hall looks like. Looks like there's a judge's bench back by the screen and a witness stand up front. What about those balconies with the professor's names on them? Those are the faculty seats. Professor Means and Professor Court were in charge of scoring the mock trial.
Lecture call diagram added to the court record.
Okay, let's fast forward this a bit. You like to think the implication that sound effects and music are important to running trials in universe? Yeah, exactly. The hold it and all the sound effects that go along with it. You got to have the epic music when somebody gets caught in a lie. You know, the it's got to be music cues when they matter. You know. Anyway, and that's why the defendant is definitely guilty. And that was me. Could you tell? Objection. A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. You read that line in the mock trial, Apollo, but you made it sound kind of weird. Cut me some slack. It was my first time reading that script. I think Juniper's going to speak next. I didn't do it. I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true. I shouted, "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it. Wow, what an emotional performance. She'd put a real actress to shame. Oh. So she did say you're a goner. She just was probably practicing her scripts, and it got recorded. Wow. So scandalous. Wait, could you go back and play that scene again? You really think that that's necessary? Yeah. I didn't do it. I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true I shouted, "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it. Stop. Did you hear that? I think you're onto something. Let's play that last part again. I don't follow. What are you guys so excited about? I think this piece of evidence should explain it. Time to show Robin a piece of evidence that links the line to what we just heard. As the music, the audio thing, this thing. I'm sure you remember this. It contains a female voice shouting a violent threat. I'll play it for you. You're a goner! The voice and the performance do sound similar, but I can't believe it. I can't believe this is happening. It's just a possibility, but if the voice on this tape is really a recording, one made from the mock trial video, then that means this evidence was fabricated. Dun dun dun! Fabrication! You love the twist that the whole Hugh O'Connor, you're a goner thing really was just Athena making shit up. I think it's hilarious that they did that, made it work, and then now they're, retconning it in a way where it's like, nah, I didn't mean shit. She just made that shit up for nothing. That is kind of hilarious, I gotta say. But they're saying that the audio part is fabricated, which is not surprising because if the box chick is reporting to the teacher, fabrications are obviously going to be a thing. They didn't get to do a voice print analysis in time for court today. That's why the gender of the voice became so important. And if the real killer had foreseen that gender would become key in today's trial, he would have tried to deflect attention away from himself by making the suspect female. So basically, the only one with something to gain from doing this is our sole male suspect. There's going to be a third day to this trial, isn't there? Because we have no fucking clue. Wait a second. No! Way! Professor means credo. The end justifies the means. So it makes perfect sense that a student who took those words to heart would fabricate evidence. We need to get that tape analyzed as soon as possible. So much for the promise, then. What, the promise that we're going to solve it today? I know, right? Well, that's the thing. We think we're going to solve it today, but I don't think we actually are. Anyway, the voice on the tape says you're a goner, just like in Junie's script. It may be a fake. Agreed. It might be a fake. I'm going with this as means. Allow me to assist you with that. No, it's Gavin. Never mind. Prosecutor Gavin, at least make some kind of noise so we know you're here. He's go big or go home with Rockstar and Tris's Frale. Timing is everything. Let me make a copy of that tape right now, and I'll get you the results as soon as I can. I trust that would be alright. Very much so, thanks. Okay, you're welcome. Well, Athena, it's almost sundown. Isn't it about time we head over to the detention center? I think Junie will agree that this is something that could prove her innocence, but will her heart really be open to accepting it? She had to have known that this was what I'd find. Well, maybe. Man. Alright, here we go. October 25th, detention center. Visitors room. Alright, I'm already on the side of this is probably going to be a third day of trial. Because I don't think we even have anything to go toward who really did this yet. And that about covers the main gist of our investigation.
I see. Very interesting. You've been quite the busy beaver today.
Thank you for all your hard work, Athena. Well, my time's about up, and it'll be getting dark soon, so...
Junie!
You must be tired after being on your feet all day. You should go home and...
No, wait! You have to listen to me!
I don't want to hear anymore. I know what you're going to say, Athena.
Junie, you promised. We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery, and we're going to bring you solid evidence showing us just what the truth is. If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you'll accept it, no matter how hard it is to hear.
Okay, but only if it's real truth.
So please just listen to what I have to say. Once you've heard me out, I'll let you decide what to do. Okay, well, here we go. Talk about O'Connor. Here we go. The voice in this recording has been proven to be yours, Junie. And in the mock trial video, we can hear you reading the line from the script. We're having both of them analyzed now, but from what I can tell, the voices are the same. And the only one who'd benefit from faking the voice recording would be Hugh.
But that doesn't make any sense. I mean, Hugh confessed in order to protect me.
This may sound strange, but his confession is a ploy to make himself look less suspicious. In other words, he was just pretending to protect you. Besides, his confession came after you and Robin had already confessed. If he hadn't confessed right then as well, we wouldn't that have seemed a little suspicious?
Say what you will, Athena, but none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. Hugh's a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble.
Uh-oh. She lying? Wait, Athena. My bracelet reacted just now.
It did?
But why?
Junie, can you look me in the eye?
Oh, Junie, can you look me in the eye and repeat what you just said?
Oh, none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. Hugh's a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble.
Liar! He causes trouble all the time! Now I'm sure of it, she's lying. Girl! What you lying about? Girl! Alright, let's see. Never causes trouble. I wonder where the lie is going to come in. Let's see, is her hand anywhere? What's her other hand doing? Can't get to her other hand. Okay, so it's probably going to be either her hand or something on her face. Let's just stay right here and see if anything moves. Never causes trouble. Listen again. Huh. Is her flower moving or anything like that, maybe? Oh wait, her scarf is moving. Was her scarf moving before? I don't think her scarf was moving before. Yeah. Okay, her scarf was actually moving. I didn't even notice. It was very subtle. Yep, there it is. Confirmed. Your scarf's moving. What's up with that? Juniper, you start coughing when you're under stress. You can't hide it from me no matter how hard you try. When you said, and never causes trouble, a cough escaped and made your scarf flutter. As for why you were stressed, it's because you were lying. Liar. Junie, you're trying to hide Hugh's connection to this case, aren't you? And I believe that also ties into a secret about yourself.
A secret? About me? I don't understand.
I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is. Yeah. He ended their friendship after he found out about Junie's secret, which means Hugh must have felt betrayed by Junie, making her... No way. Do I think she's the snitch? Bro. No way. You were Professor Court's snitch, weren't you? There's a rumor going around that one of the students is a snitch. I hear they're watching over everything we do. Well, is there a student for every single one of the professors? Because now I'm even more, like, questioning things. I don't know. I don't know anymore, man. And while fulfilling that role, you learned something about Hugh that you'd rather forget.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Junie, please, stop hiding things from me. I hate having to force things out of you like this. Looks like we're going to have to do this the hard way. Time to review the evidence and see if I can't prove my hypothesis. I must have something that proves Junie's the snitch and Hugh's connection to the case. That proves Junie's the snitch? Fuck. That proves Junie's the snitch? and Hugh's connection to the case. I mean, it's got to be this, right? Got to be this. The piece of paper that we found.
I'm relieved to see you're coming around. You see, I wasn't trying to hide anything.
Wait, maybe this is the wrong piece. Juniper's one cool customer, Athena. Wait, I don't think that was the right piece. Never mind, damn it. Okay. Whatever you show me won't change the fact that you've already told you everything I know. Proves Junie's... Okay, so that one, no. That one just kind of jumped at me because I had Hugh on it. Junie's connected to... Junie's the snitch. Proof that Junie's the snitch. Proof that Junie's the snitch. Proof that Junie's the snitch. We need to speak with Hugh O'Connor. I mean, the routine report? Maybe? Let's try that. Right here in Professor Court's planner, it says routine report. Okay. So somebody was snitching to her. There you go. I believe this is meant to mean when the snitch would report to the court. Report in to Professor Court. I also believe Professor Court planned to meet Hugh in private based on the snitch's info. And from their meeting, Hugh must have put 2 and 2 together and figured out your secret. So you see, it all makes sense, only if you're the snitch, Junie. Huh? Ah, forgive me, Athena. I've been lying to you this whole time. The truth is, I suspected Hugh from the start. You did? Now this is surprising. I'm so sorry. I've talked about friendship so much, but I've been a terrible friend. Juniper, I don't have that special kind of hearing that Athena does, but I don't need it to sense the pain you're feeling inside. And its intensity is directly proportional to how you feel about your friend. Am I right? Apollo! Please, Junie, tell me why you suspected Hugh. I have a feeling that will be the key to getting to the bottom of this whole case. Alright, tell me about your suspicions. What exactly was your role as class snitch? Professor Court had told me how Academy alumni had strayed from the path of justice. The Dark Age of the Law. Oh, the Dark Age of the Law, huh? She didn't want any more of our students going astray like that. But few others at the Academy shared her view.
I thought her ideas were beautiful, though she's sad and unrealistic.
She asked you to portray, or to be her eyes and ears, didn't she? I used to report to her once a month about any wrongdoings I'd seen or heard about. And that report session in her planner, the one from the 22nd, was a part of that? Yes. That's when I reported Hugh to Professor Court. She snitched on her own friend? Apparently. I had accidentally overheard Hugh talking. What did you hear? He was talking to someone on the phone. I think it was one of his parents. What were they talking about? Something about having paid money for good test scores. I only overheard him talking, so I never did find out who the money was going to. Oh my god, dude. So, I don't know if Hugh did any of the murdering, but it sure sounds like Hugh is a fucking sham, and I can't wait to fucking figure that out. That's gonna be awesome. What? That's bribery. He was buying his way through school? And if that's the case, then that evidence that always seemed out of place might actually be about his secret. Wait, the evidence that seemed out of place? Which piece of evidence seemed out of place? There was a piece of evidence that seemed out of place? I mean, was it this? No. Piece of evidence that seemed out of place. The bow and arrow? I don't even know. What's the piece of evidence that's out of place? I'm just gonna say that. Fuck it. Oh, okay. Maybe it is that one. We found this while we were investigating the stage. It's got Hugh's name on it. I didn't know what the number meant at the time, but now what I'm hearing about bribes, it must mean that a bribe of 120 grand was to be paid in October. What's more, take a look at this mark. That same mark is on the pages of Professor Court's planner. Hey, you're right. Of course I'm right.
Wait, but why would Professor Court have that kind of information in your planner? You don't really think the person who was taking the bribe money was...
It's just a possibility at this point, but it may indeed have been Professor Court.
But...
That is impossible. She'd be the last person I'd suspect of accepting bribes.
Like I said, it's just a possibility, but a rather good one. Maybe their private talk had to do with the possibility of the bribery being exposed. Man, I didn't even think about that. And what started out as a little argument soon got out of hand. It's not your fault, Junie. Anybody would have suspected Hugh if they knew what you knew.
No, I don't believe that alone would have driven him to murder. There's another reason why I suspected Hugh.
You gotta be kidding me. There's another reason? Oy vey, another one? Another one.
I saw Hugh around 7 p.m. the day before the mock trial.
Oh, so she's finally ready to talk about that.
When I saw him, his
His what? What was wrong?
Oh, Dina.
Junie, are you alright? Just try to relax and tell me what happened.
I never wanted to see what I did. But I'll have to live with it, won't I? In that hallway, Hugh's hands. His hands were dripping with blood.
Okay, his hands are dripping with blood. Okay, that's fine. It's not him. It's okay. It's too cut and dry now, so it's I got so much I want to say about this, but I'll wait till we end this investigation part.
What? But why? What am I going to do? Deep down, I know Hugh can't be the killer, but my mind keeps telling me he is. No matter how hard I try to convince myself he isn't. Oh, what am I going to do? Hugh, he's... I can't take this anymore. Dina.
So she hid the fact that she had seen Hugh, and she said she went home at 6 because she wanted to avoid talking about what she saw. Junie, it must have been terrible holding all of that in. But it's going to be okay. I'll get to the bottom of this. And that's my promise from one good friend to another. I'll be defending Juniper tomorrow. If that's okay with you, Professor Means.
My main concern is whether you can defeat that prosecutor. But I won't try to stop you. I will be watching from the gallery, and shall look forward to seeing what sort of results your methods can produce. Good luck tomorrow. Now, if you would excuse me.
Alright, bye, creepy bitch. Won't be seeing the last of you, I already know it. Anyway.
Dina, I'm sorry, I really mean it. I wish I had trusted you from the start. You have to uncover the truth tomorrow. I know you can do it.
Don't worry. We already know that the prosecution's key piece of evidence is a fake. And thanks to you, we figured out the motive, too. Let's give this our best shot, Athena. Let tomorrow be the day Juniper walks free. I wouldn't have it any other way. We should be all ready now. What could possibly go wrong this time? Oh my god, you're getting too cocky now. Still, there's this strange, uneasy feeling I can't shake. I'd better be imagining it. Oh, you're not imagining it. Don't worry. I'm about to summarize this bitch for all y'all right now. I'm gonna call this entire thing, or at least the main details. How we get there and why, you know, that'll be explained in due time. But it's still gonna be the other professor. Now, I don't know who killed the teacher. I don't know if Hugh did it because the teacher told him to do it, or if blackmailed him into doing it, and that's why he was walking all weird like he murdered somebody, or if he watched it happen and he, you know, and he's blackmailed to shut up about it. Either way, Hugh, he knows what happened. He does. But he also knows who really did it, or at least made him do it. Whoever really did it doesn't really matter, whether it was him or the guy who made him do it. But it's obvious that the other teacher is the one influencing all this. I just don't know if this is going to be the last part of this case, or it's going to end with Hugh getting convicted, and we're going to have to spend time trying to get the teacher in another chapter. That could be fun, because usually these games, each case is a different set. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm actually quite curious to see, because a lot of this is building up toward other things, and like other things that keep getting like built up along the way. So catching this teacher during this case would be great, but I'm not going to hold my breath about it. But yeah, I'm truly expecting it to be the teacher in the end, behind this whole thing, because most likely, you know, he's the one taking the bribes. He's obviously the one influencing everybody for the dark side of the law and all that. So yeah, I'm still sticking to what I said. However this episode ends, I don't know. I still don't know if this is going to be the last actual trial day of this case either, so I'm interested to see if this will end on this day. But enough babbling from me. This is a perfect place for me to stop before we get into the second day of the trials. Next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. We'll pick it up here for day 2 trial, day 2 whatever, and maybe the end of this case, question mark. It just depends if it goes on to a third day or not. I really don't know for sure, but it all just depends on how this ends. So maybe episode 3 ending next time. I'll just leave it at that. See you guys then. Peace!